is one we're really excited about. Our top fives this week are going to be about sports movies. Initially, and again, these are not like the best sports movie. These are our favorite sports movies. I could have gone a lot of different directions with my choices. I know that Jeff also could have done the same, but these are our favorites, meaning to me, this is how this is defined. If it's on TV, I'm watching it, period. Like that's just kind of the way that it is. If it's a situation where I'm bored, I might hit it up on Netflix. Like it's one of those ones where I'm always going to come back to it. So I'll start with mine and then we'll kind of just rattle it off from there. But I'm going to go kind of just like off the wall to start. I'm going Rocky 4. Very important distinction, Rocky 4. You got the Ivan Drago dynamic. You're in the midst of the Cold War. You got the Russia USA thing. You got you got Apollo Creed getting assassinated in the boxing ring. Like to start the entire thing, throw the damn towel. Like you've got all these things going, and then the training sequence for Rocky. That's the most hype part of that entire thing. And then the one scene that really, and I know that we want to go through these a little faster than this. The one scene that no matter when it's on, I could literally watch it on YouTube right now and then go and pretend to run 2 miles and collapse after 15 steps is he's cut. He's cut. It's a bad cut. When Rocky gets the cut on Ivan Drago and the tides turn in the match. Oh man, absolutely phenomenal.
Nice. Yeah, no, not a personal fan of the Rocky series. It's just my age. I don't know. They were popular when I was young. I wasn't. They were kind of boring to me. But maybe when I'll have to go back and watch. I have heard that's widely considered like the best one in the series, though. My first one, I probably watched this movie. I don't know, upwards of 1,000 times, especially when I was younger. Coach Carter. I just think it's the best basketball movie ever made. I don't know what there is to talk about. It's got everything you want. It's got fun. It's got breaking rules. You got kids learning about basketball. You got different dynamics. You got every type of archetype you could want. And
Your
plus, it's
older brother Channing Tatum is in it, so that helps.
yes, yes. Uh, and the fact that it's a true story. Well, obviously, things have been altered for movie effect, but the fact that it's a true story. Chris Sauce, we'll mention him one more time, has met Ken Carter, and
Really?
yep, and has actually talked about him and said they got everything right in the movie except I'm better looking than Samuel Jackson.
That's great. That's fantastic. Second movie for me, I'm going The Replacements.
Okay,
Super underrated football film, totally outlandish. You got Keanu Reeves living on a boat, coming back and playing in the perceived professional football league of whatever it is. You got Gene Hackman wearing the plaid suit mixed in with the top hat. Like the whole movie is just absolutely freaking ridiculous. The deaf tight end, like the kicker from England who's got gambling problems. Like there's so many just random things. And at the end of the day, Gene Hackman telling Keanu Reeves, winners always want the ball. Like something along those lines that's just like, why am I motivated by this absolutely ridiculous film? Pure comedy, absolutely phenomenal.
great one. My next one, I'll go with Miracle.
Mm.
In my opinion, the best hockey movie ever. Not that there's a whole lot of candidates, but again, based on a true story, what improbable likelihood of us to beat Russia? Again, goes back to your Rocky Fort thing. The stuff that was going on off the ice, off the court, all that stuff. It just made it that much better. One of the greatest speeches of all time
Yes.
by Coach Herb. Just a great movie.
In an unrelated hockey note, we should analyze the country selection within the movie D2, The Mighty Ducks, when they're going to the Junior Olympics in Los Angeles. Like some of some of the countries that they pick in group play, most notably Trinidad and Tobago, second most notably Italy.
Mm.
Like, guys, I think we could have tried a little harder.
Got a little bit more North Icelandic type.
Well, again, the rival of Iceland, you kind of get, but I can confirm having an Icelandic player at TBS, that's not really their thing. They don't really give a crap about hockey. So altogether, great film, but it's also not on my list. So here's the next one. Next one, next one for me. I'm going
Nice.
Friday Night Lights.
Bowie Miles,
Maybe Miles. Give me the whole crew. I mean,
Mike
that
Winchell.
story, the story of the Permian Panthers, if you've read the book is phenomenal. There's so many like follow-ups, HBO, 60 Minutes about the story of that team and what it meant to that community. But you just gotta love that vibe of what Friday Night Lights is and high school football on a Friday. I would say that when you get into the Georgia, Texas, Florida type of deal, you can tell that it's a little bit different. You can tell just by the stadium size. I saw that a school in Georgia recently built a 10,000 seat stadium. Little bit different out there, but the vibes are still true in North Carolina as well. So love the whole high school like storyline that they gave. Very underrated performance by Tim McGraw. I think that that's important to note.
Okay,
But yeah, just a great film overall.
nice. All right, my next one, I'm gonna go White Men Can't Jump. I
Classic,
think
classic.
one of Woody Harrelson's best movies, as many as good ones as he's been in, and one of Wesley Snipes' best movies. And I think it's even more comical when they tell you how he had to learn how to play basketball.
So
Uh,
funny.
yeah,
Yes.
just wild. And then you go back and watch it, and it's like, no, it's pretty obvious. He can't really dribble, and the jump shot's funky, and all that stuff. So
Did you also hear in an unrelated thing to White Men Can't Jump that in the movie Major Leagues, they had to do his scenes in slow motion because he was actually slow. So, like, in order for it to look like he's fast in that movie, they had to do his scenes and they're all in slow motion when he's running.
never knew that. That's amazing.
Sorry to interject, but
No,
that's also not one of them.
I was just saying that's one of the great ones. Rosie Perez, shout out to, will go on and win Jeopardy.
Killer. That's an epic scene. That's absolutely so epic. Um, I'm gonna go Moneyball. Give me
Love it.
Billy Bean. Give me the Oakland A's. You know, any coach that's coached teams that are kind of going up against something challenging, you kind of have to buck against the system. I love when he's going to the interview with the Boston Red Sox, and the Boston Red Sox owner says something like, "The first man through the wall always gets bloody." So, like when you're trying to change things or there's struggle or anything like this, there's always going to be those times where you're getting knocked down when you're trying something new. But talk about a game-changing thing. I will say one of the things that they don't talk about in that movie, which they should have, is the fact that they probably had the best pitching lineup in the MLB.
Yeah.
Um,
Barry Zito and what was it?
Hudson, you had
It's
Zito.
Hudson.
I mean, in general, like when you have a big three of pitching, you're going to have a chance. So it's like, it's just one of those things where maybe we should have mentioned that a little bit. Also, I didn't appreciate no mention really of Miguel Tejada in the film. Like, thought you could have thrown that
Eric
in.
Chavez.
Right, 100%.
Well,
But
that was interesting too because it's like the movie obviously it's a movie, so they changed a lot
sure,
of the
sure, sure.
realistic things that happened or didn't happen in real life. But one of the funny things is like imagine being a scout for this team. You've scouted and you've brought in all these young guys, Barry Zito, Tim Hudson, Eric Chavez, Mikel Tejada, and then you have a guy who brings in his assistant and says, yeah, we're not doing any of that anymore.
Right.
We got a new plan. It's like, but we're getting good players.
Yes,
I'm just saying,
yes, in theory, yes. I totally understand what you're saying.
don't try to break it down logically. Just look at the humor of it.
I do look at the humor of it for sure. Go ahead with what is this for you?
Yeah, I would go with Glory Road. I think as good
Solid.
a basketball movie as anything other than maybe Coach Carter, and much more of I think on the serious side of things, where obviously you have the racial aspect of it, and just how groundbreaking that was, and and how difficult, especially at that time, it was for a coach, and obviously the kids involved and the players in the African American community and in general, and how much that tried to relay just those are things that I don't think most people saw on a day to day basis. So it's like
Sure.
that was reality for a lot of folks. especially back then. So, but another great one.
It's also kind of a reality check in the sense of like the fact that he was living in the dorms, that is not an untrue thing. Like that is something that happens for young coaches when you are trying to break through the coaching profession. And that sucks and it's difficult, but it is one of those situations where like that's real. And it may not be the head coach now, obviously, for financial reasons. You know, if that was the situation, I think the school would be, that would they'd probably not be hiring very often, or maybe they'd be hiring a lot, actually. Um, but it's a situation for them where it's like, that is a very real and relatable thing. My fifth one was He Got Game.
Right.
Absolute classic. Jesus Shuttlesworth, Denzel Washington, Spike Lee joint. Like it's really as good when you're talking about like basketball cult movies, that's the movie. You know what I mean? Like when you go back and watch like what is a historic thing, talk about a tremendous job by Ray Allen playing that role and playing a part. Can you name the other professional player in his backcourt in that film?
I haven't watched the movie in a long time.
Travis Best is also in that movie, and he is
Wouldn't
on
have got
the
the answer out of me
he
either.
is he is on the Lincoln the Lincoln High School two guard, I believe, is what his position was for that film. But just an absolutely phenomenal film. And talk about like kind of ahead of its time, where I know that you're going to talk about one in a second that is really ahead of its time because that was filmed even before He Got Game was filmed. But like when he's going through the conversation about, I can't say it here because there's a level of, professionalism that we have to have within this space. But
We
the
choose to have. We don't have to be professional.
no, but just the things that are on college visits, what happens to top level athletes? That is the professional way that I
Right.
can say it.
Rick Pitino.
Yes,
Um,
thank you for that.
yeah. Uh, don't look up Rick Pitino at Louisville. Uh, my last one rounding out my list, to your point, way ahead of its time, is Blue Chips. The movie, I think, is close to
Awesome.
30 years old now, and it's as true today as it's ever been. I think
Right.
now it's legal, so it's not as like the movie itself doesn't really have a whole much of a basis, but it's just interesting that goes to show that crooked dealings have been happening in collegiate athletics for Lord knows how long, and
Yeah.
boosters and money and point shaving and kids being paid and all that stuff. So again, a movie, but a lot of truth to that stuff, especially now.
100%. And there's no way that this has not been thought about for 50 years, probably even longer. There's documentaries, there's 30 for 30s about this happening long, long ago. Um, but the film, I think, does an excellent job of portraying some of those things. Uh, can't forget about Shaq's character. Absolute classic. Neon Bedeau, is that his name in the film?
Yep.
Yeah.
And Butch McRae, Penny Hardaway,
Butch McRae is fantastic. Love when they go to the Catholic school and he's just going crazy, throwing it off the
Mama
glass
Job.
reverse. Yep. Yep. Tremendous, tremendous stuff. All right.